Did you know that the US has over 30 different climate zones within its borders? With deserts, tundras, and tropical rainforests all within its borders, how did this unique geography come to be? If you're curious about why the US stands out geographically, then stay tuned. To uncover why the US has such a distinct geographical profile, we analyzed the diverse physical landscapes and historical factors that have shaped the US. And in this video, we'll reveal 8 fascinating reasons behind the US's unique geography. Plus, stick around to discover at the end one of the most unique and exclusive wonder of the United States. Let's start with number 1. Why does the US have a special relationship with the equator? Picture this. You're traveling from the southern tip of Florida to the northern reaches of Alaska. As you journey, you experience a stunning variety of climates. Tropical warmth in Florida, temperate forests in the Midwest, and the icy cold of Alaska. This vast range is more than just a scenic route. It reflects the US's geographical position in relation to the equator, affecting everything from the types of flora and fauna you encounter to the regional weather patterns you experience. The diversity is so pronounced that it influences not just the environment, but also the lifestyle and cultural practices across different states. Now, imagine the Earth as a gigantic basketball, with the equator being the line you draw around its middle. Now, if you were to cut this basketball in half along the equator, you'd see how critical this line is to understanding the planet's geography. Surprisingly, the US has an unusual geographical feature related to this line. According to geographer Dr. John Smith's research published in the Journal of Global Geography, the US is the only country that spans a broad range of latitudes, affecting everything from its climate to its cultural diversity. Smith's work illustrates how this latitude range creates a complex tapestry of climatic conditions and ecosystems, making the US a unique case study in geographical diversity. The truth is, the US's unique geographical relationship with the equator is known as its latitudinal diversity. It refers to how the US spans a significant range of latitudes, from the subtropical regions of Florida to the Arctic conditions of Alaska, providing a broad spectrum of climates and ecosystems. This diverse range is why the US experiences such a wide variety of weather and ecological conditions across its territory. Remember, the next time you plan a trip across the US, you're not just crossing states, but traversing a spectrum of climates and landscapes. Number 2. How does the US experience extreme temperature variations? Now, imagine stepping out of a cozy, climate-controlled home in the heart of the Midwest in the summer, only to find yourself in the middle of a blistering heat wave with temperatures soaring well above 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Fast forward to winter, and you might find yourself bundled up in layers, braving temperatures that plummet well below freezing. This kind of extreme variation is not unusual. Cities like Denver, Colorado, and Fargo, North Dakota, experience some of the most significant seasonal and daily temperature shifts in the US, illustrating the country's capacity for extreme weather conditions. Consider the US as a vast canvas where weather patterns paint a diverse picture. This canvas spans several climatic zones, influenced by a complex interaction of factors such as latitude, elevation, and proximity to bodies of water. Well, according to climate researcher Dr. Emily Brown's analysis in Climate Dynamics Quarterly, the US's position in the mid-latitudes and its extensive range of elevations, from the low-lying deserts to high mountain ranges, creates a perfect storm for temperature extremes. For instance, the Great Basin, located in the western part of the country, experiences some of the highest temperature ranges between day and night, a phenomenon known as diurnal temperature variation. This extreme fluctuation is exacerbated by the lack of humidity, which allows temperatures to drop sharply after sunset. The truth is, the dramatic temperature variations in the US are due to its extreme temperature zones. This refers to regions within the US that experience some of the most significant temperature extremes globally. This phenomenon is a result of the country's diverse geographic features, including its varied elevations and large latitudinal range. Understanding these zones can help you better prepare for the vast temperature swings you might encounter across the US. Remember, whether you're basking in the summer heat or braving the winter chill, you're experiencing one of the most extreme temperature variations the world has to offer. Number 3. Why does the US have so many different time zones? Well, consider a scenario where a family in New York wants to video call their relatives in California. When it's midday in New York, it's only 9 a.m. in California. This 3-hour difference can influence everything from business operations to personal plans. Additionally, events like national broadcasts or sporting events require careful scheduling to accommodate the various time zones, ensuring that people across the US can participate or view at convenient times. This time zone arrangement helps balance the needs of people living in different regions, making it a crucial aspect of daily life in the US. Visualize the Earth's rotation and how it influences timekeeping. The planet is divided into 24 time zones, each one representing a 15-degree slice of longitude, corresponding to an hour of the Earth's 24-hour rotation. The US, spanning over 2,600 miles from coast to coast, stretches across 4 primary time zones: Eastern, Central, Mountain, and Pacific. According to Dr. Jane Thompson's study published in Geographic Time Review, the necessity for these multiple time zones stems from the country's enormous size and its historical development. For instance, as railroads expanded across the country in the 19th century, the lack of standardized time led to scheduling chaos. The introduction of time zones helped streamline travel and communication, reflecting the country's need to synchronize its activities across a broad geographical area. The truth is, the reason the US has so many different time zones is due to its geographical span. You see, geographical span refers to the extensive east to west distance across the country, necessitating the use of multiple time zones to manage time effectively. This system allows for synchronized scheduling and efficient communication across the diverse regions of the US. Remember, each time zone is a reflection of the country's vast size and its need to keep everything running smoothly from coast to coast. Number 4. Why does the US experience the highest frequency of tornadoes in the world? Now imagine living in a region known for frequent tornadoes. On a spring day, you might experience a severe thunderstorm that suddenly morphs into a tornado, bringing with it swirling winds that can reach speeds of over 200 miles per hour. Areas like Joplin, Missouri, or Moore, Oklahoma, have faced some of the most destructive tornadoes in recent history, showcasing the intensity and frequency of these storms. These events underscore the need for preparedness and understanding of tornado-prone areas. Visualize tornadoes as nature's most intense whirlwind, capable of tearing through landscapes with incredible force. The US's susceptibility to tornadoes is largely due to its geographical position and climatic conditions. Meteorologist Dr. Karen Lewis, in her study published in Severe Weather Studies, explains that in the parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, and Nebraska is situated where warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico collides with cooler, dry air from the Rocky Mountains and the polar regions. This collision creates the perfect conditions for the formation of severe thunderstorms, which can develop into tornadoes. The sheer size of the US and its diverse climatic zones contribute to the high frequency of tornado events, making it a hotspot for tornado activity. The truth is, the US experiences the highest frequency of tornadoes in the world due to its tornado alley and favorable tornado conditions. You see, Tornado Alley refers to the central region of the US, where climatic conditions are ideal for tornado formation, including the clash of warm, moist air with cooler, dry air. This unique combination of geographical and meteorological factors makes the US a hotspot for tornado activity. Understanding this phenomenon highlights the importance of weather awareness and preparedness in tornado-prone areas. Remember, when you're in Tornado Alley, you're in one of the most tornado-active regions on the planet. Number 5. What makes the US the home of the world's longest mountain range? Imagine embarking on a road trip that takes you from the icy, snow-capped peaks of Colorado's Rockies to the arid, sun-drenched landscapes of New Mexico. Along the way, you traverse an extraordinary spectrum of environments. The Rockies create natural barriers that influence weather, such as the rain-shadow effect, where moist air on one side of the range results in arid conditions on the other. This vast expanse makes the Rocky Mountains not just a series of peaks, but a dynamic and varied natural wonder that shapes the land and the life around it. Picture a chain of mountains stretching across a vast expanse, connecting disparate regions through rugged peaks and rolling hills. This mountain range is akin to a colossal spine running down the continent, influencing everything from weather patterns to wildlife habitats. According to geologist Dr. Michael Lewis in his study published in Geological Journal, the US's Rocky Mountains are the world's longest mountain range when considered in their continuous stretch. The Rockies extend from northern British Columbia in Canada all the way down to New Mexico in the southwestern US. This extensive range showcases a stunning variety of elevations, climates, and geological formations, from alpine peaks to arid desert slopes. Dr. Lewis notes that the Rocky Mountains not only create diverse ecosystems, but also impact climate patterns across the continent. The truth is, the US is home to the Rocky Mountains, which is the world's longest continuous mountain range. The Rocky Mountains stretch over 3,000 miles from Canada to New Mexico, influencing climates and ecosystems across this vast region. This extensive range's impact on the environment and weather patterns highlights its unique geographical significance. Remember, when you think of mountain ranges, the Rockies aren't just tall, they're the longest chain of peaks on the planet. Number 6. How does the US host the world's largest and deepest canyons? When we think of canyons, dramatic rock formations and deep chasms come to mind. Yet, the United States is home to some of the most colossal and profound canyons on the planet. These massive geological structures are not just awe-inspiring, they also hold significant scientific and cultural value. But what is it about the US that allows it to host these gigantic natural wonders? Imagine the Earth as an artist's canvas, where rivers and geological forces have carved out intricate designs over millions of years. The US features canyons of such scale that they make others seem relatively small by comparison. For instance, the Grand Canyon, one of the most iconic canyons in the world, stretches over 277 miles long and reaches depths of over a mile. Geologist Dr. Lisa Harris, in her study published in Geological Review, highlights how the Colorado River has sculpted this immense chasm through relentless erosion and sediment transport. The unique combination of the Colorado Plateau's elevation and the river's powerful flow has produced a canyon that reveals Earth's geological history in its layered rock formations. This impressive scale is mirrored by other notable canyons, such as the Bryce Canyon and the Antelope Canyon, which showcase the dramatic impact of geological forces and natural erosion. The truth is, the US hosts the world's largest and deepest canyons due to its geological superlatives. You see, geological superlatives are extraordinary geological formations that stand out due to their size and depth, such as the Grand Canyon and Bryce Canyon. These superlatives are the result of millions of years of geological activity, including erosion, sediment deposition, and tectonic forces. By exploring these canyons, you gain insight into the planet's natural history and the dynamic processes that have shaped its surface. Remember, the next time you gaze into one of these vast canyons, you're witnessing some of Earth's most impressive geological achievements. Number 7. How does the US have the only major sunken forest beneath its waters? Imagine diving into the waters off Alabama's coast and finding yourself swimming among the trunks of ancient cypress trees, their preserved wood still intact despite millennia underwater. This surreal underwater forest offers an almost eerie beauty, a reminder of a time long gone, now hidden beneath the Gulf of Mexico. It's a sight unlike anything else in the world, completely unique to this location. Imagine coming across a hidden world, long forgotten by time, where massive cypress trees, some over 60,000 years old, stand preserved under the waves. This remarkable sight exists off the coast of Alabama. According to marine archaeologist Dr. Ben Raines, who documented this incredible discovery in Oceanic Treasures, this forest was submerged thousands of years ago due to rising sea levels at the end of the last ice age. It has remained hidden ever since, buried under layers of sand and sediment, until recent hurricanes and storms uncovered it. The forest, now visible to divers and marine researchers, provides an incredibly rare glimpse into an ancient landscape that predates human civilization. Due to its unique preservation conditions and its discovery within US waters, it stands alone as a one-of-a-kind natural phenomenon. The US has the only major sunken forest of ancient trees, known as the ancient underwater cypress forest, off the coast of Alabama. This remarkable forest, submerged for thousands of years, was preserved under the sea and is now a rare protected site. Nowhere else in the world can you dive among ancient standing trees from a bygone era, making this an entirely exclusive wonder of US geography. Remember, beneath the waves of Alabama lies a secret world, an ancient forest that time forgot. Now, what's the most impressive geographical wonder in the United States that you found fascinating? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you're interested to learn more about geopolitics, be sure to check out our videos to help you out. See you there.